Hey, what is up, Duelists, and welcome back to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Today's video, we're going to do something a little bit different. I mean, if you guys are aware, I've been working on a Yubel deck forever and just had the world's worst luck to get the cards. And then I recently, instead of making the two cards I needed, accidentally deleted them, which made it even more work. But there we have it. We now finally have the Yubel deck made. We're going to go over it this episode just for some fun. I mean, as I've said, like, this is the deck I've been working on for a while. Just getting the cards are just a pain in the ass. If you guys know Yubel, she works reasonably well with the Fire King, like all the monsters. Ignore these are kind of there. There's still a few more cards in here, but I wasn't allowed to use the deck unless I had them, so I just removed them for now. They're not really necessary, but again, like, these are just like this one, for example, like if you link summon, you can discard one card, then target one spell card. There's one for like monsters as well. So they're kind of just cards just to get rid of like spells and traps, which they're not necessary. They're there because they're there. But anyway, that being said, yeah, if you guys don't know Yubel, pretty much she's hard to get out of the field. Like, there's a good chance we probably won't get her in the video. But then again, like, these alone, the Fire Kings will all do more than enough that needed. But yeah, if you don't know what Yubel is, pretty much you put her on the field, and if it doesn't work if she attacks him, only if she gets attacked. But if she gets attacked, they take the damage instead of you, and then next turn she gets destroyed, and she kind of upgrades into Yubel Terra Incarnate, which is pretty much the same thing. Nothing happens when you attack them. To keep on the field, though, you do actually have to destroy monsters on the field, which makes things a little bit hard. So if most people know Yubel, so they're not going to attack it. So you got to keep trying to destroy cards to keep her on the field. Otherwise, she just gets destroyed and it's a waste. That's kind of where these two come in for the most part. But yeah, pretty much. I'll go over that in a second. But yeah, so this works same as Yubel. Can attack, won't do anything. If she gets attacked, or it's a fiend, who knows. If it gets attacked, same thing. They take the damage instead of you, and then this is where the final part comes in, Yubel the Ultimate Nightmare, where it's pretty much does the same as these, but this time it can't be cannot be special summoned, all that, and cannot be, let's go. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. You take no battle damage from battles involving this card. At the end of the damage step, if this face-up attack position card battles an opponent's monster, inflict damage equal to that monster's attack to your opponent. Also destroy that monster. So it's a pain in the ass creature to take on. This one doesn't work like Yubel in that. Like, you can actually attack them as well. Like the other one that specifies here, like when this card is face up in attack position, is attacked by an opponent's monster, inflict the damage to your opponent, same as this one. But this one actually allows you to attack them back. So once you get this on the field, that's pretty much a GG. I mean, there's not really much they can do about you. You can attack them, they can attack you. It's still going to be the same. They're going to take the damage. But that I was saying, this is when these two come into play. Obviously, you got to get them on the field, which this is what all the other ones are for. But these two here, the Sacred Phoenix of I cannot pronounce it, Nephthi, something like that, and the Fire King High Avatar Grunix. These two cards, obviously 2,400, 2,700, they're a pain in the ass. They both have the same sort of effect. So if they get destroyed by a card effect, they obviously go to the graveyard. But then next, like, if it dies to a monster, it doesn't work. But if it's like, just say like a magic card, trap card, anything, even any of the cards, like the cards I have are designed to destroy my cards, pretty much to get Yubel on the field. But if these guys get destroyed by a card effect, they come back to the field. So when Phoenix comes back to the field, special summon this card from the graveyard, it destroys all spells and trap cards on the field. So they destroy it and they're just going to wipe themselves. I mean, it kills mine as well, but same thing. Then this one's kind of the same thing. It destroys all other monsters on the field. When this card is destroyed by a battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Fire King monster from your deck, except Fire King High. So they both come back, which makes it very hard to get rid of them. Because, I mean, you kill this one, he comes back, destroys all your spell cards. Kill this one, comes back, destroys all the monsters on the field, which also ties into this. it will destroy all monsters on the field. So let's just say someone attacks Yubel. Obviously, we want to destroy her next turn. That's when you can come in. You can destroy it, and then we can get it to upgrade. Now, the thing is, obviously, as it says, they kind of, it only works if they attack you. But obviously, a lot of the times, they're not going to be dumb enough to attack Yubel, because they know if it evolves fully, it's pretty much game over. And this is where the Savage Colosseum comes in. If a monster attacks at the end of your damage step, its controller gains 300 life points. All monsters must attack if able. During each end phase, destroy all face-up attack position monsters at the turn. Let me read that. Destroy all face-up attack position monsters the turn player controls. So pretty much, they're forced to attack as long as it's a field spell, so it stays there. Obviously, they can destroy the field spell. Once it goes, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. But this forces them to attack, so they can't cheese it and just not attack. If they want to keep their monsters on the field, they're forced to, unless they just want to give up their monster. But that's the thing, like as long as we have these two on the field, Yubel can keep sacrificing them to stay on the field, and they'll just keep coming back. Now, as for these, we have the Disciple of, I can never pronounce this word, which pretty much, we're going to get this on the field, which you can ritual summon this card, Rebirth of, I'm just going to call it Neff. You can only use each of the following effects of Sacred Phoenix of Neff once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy Neff's card in your hand. Yeah, you can destroy Neff's card in your hand and or face-up field, then destroy an equal number of monsters your opponent controls. During your standby phase, after this card was destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So, again, it's like these two. It keeps coming back. There's nothing really stopping it. It's just going to keep spawning back. As for these, like the Fire King, during your standby phase, after this card was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, add one Fire King card from your deck to your hand. So, we're just, with this deck, every time you kill someone, more just come back, so you can never really get rid of all the cards. It saves you a lot from getting like your let's say like your field from being full stuck in this. So obviously we've got you can target one beast monster warrior in your graveyard, special summon in defense position, but negate its effect. Can only use this effect once. So obviously you can get it back. Yeah, it's only got 1,000, but 2,000 defense. But by the time this gets destroyed, probably already had that chance. Plus, it saves you if they're getting attacked. We've got this face-up Fire King monster you control is destroyed by a card effect during your damage step. You can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can destroy one card in your hand, or that you control. You can only use this effect of Fire King. Yeah, it's... And then we got Fire King Avatar Arvid. I definitely screwed up his name. But when a monster effect is activated while this monster is on the field, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy one other fire monster in your hand or field. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one fire beast, beast warrior, or winged beast monster from your graveyard, except Fire King Avatar Avada. Special summon it, but it has its effects negated. Also, it's destroyed to enter. Yeah, so pretty much, as you can see, they just keep coming back. The cards keep coming back. It's crazy. Monster Reborn, it's a given. You just bring back monsters. This is what you're probably going to need to actually get your field spell. Obviously, you can bring either this out or this out. I mean, if you've got Yubel, I suggest this. But anyway, we've got the Rekindling. Special summon one... I don't know why I said one. Special summon from your graveyard as many fire-type monsters as possible with 2,000 defense, but banish them during the end phase. So obviously, 200, 200, 200. So we can get a lot of these guys back. They're like the only ones you can get back. Then we got the Onslaught of the Fire Kings. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monster, special summon one Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster from your deck. Its effects are negated. Also, it is destroyed during the end phase. You can only activate this Onslaught. So I'm pretty sure that also, if I'm not mistaken, does also work with these two. Like it's a card effect, so they will get destroyed at the end. So they can just come back anyway. Obviously, if a monster attacks at the end of the damage step, we saw that before. Got this one, which is the Viking Island. If this card, if this face-up card is in the field zone and sent to the graveyard or banished, destroy all monsters you control. You can only use one of the following effects of Fire King Island per turn, and only once again. So again, once it's destroyed, they all go back. But again, if you have like these on the field, they're just going to come back because they died to a card effect. Same with Yubel. Like if she gets attacked and that gets destroyed, I just upgrade to Terra Incarnate, so which is pretty good. But anyway, during the main phase, you can destroy one monster in your hand or you control, and if you do, add one Fire King monster from your deck to your hand, or two, if you control no monsters, you can special summon one Fire King Beast type monster from your hand. So it helps out a lot. Obviously, this is just to fusion summon Phoenix. Then we've got Fire Formation Tanky. This was the card that was the biggest pain in the ass. It was the one that this was actually the one I accidentally deleted. Poor card. But this is the one that I just never found. Even I had a deck that was a card pack that was specifically for this, and I got every card but this one. This one just did not like me. But anyway, and when this card is activated, you can add one level 4 or lower Beast Warrior monster from your deck to your hand. All Beast Warrior monsters you control gain 100 attack. You can only activate, so again, power up. Add this in because it's fun. When a monster's attack is negated, attack that monster. Target that monster. It can make a second attack during the battle phase, and if it does, its attack is doubled during the damage step only. So you got two of them because, I mean, you go up against one of these, cancel the attack is going to be crazy. And then last we have the Circle of the Fire King. It's like one fire monster you control and one fire monster in your graveyard. Destroy that monster you control, and if you do, special summon that other monster from your graveyard. You can only activate this Circle of Fire Kings per turn. So yeah, that is the deck that we're going in for. I have tried it a couple of times in ranked, and it's worked out perfectly fine. I actually got out of, it wasn't hard getting out of bronze. I really didn't try getting out of bronze before that, but we're currently in silver. But anyway, that being said, we're going to jump over and have a game with it and see how well it works out. Hopefully, just because I'm recording, it's not going to get screwed over, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we are unfortunately going first. Not really. Oh my god. We got Yubel. It's a starter for what we have. We've just got nothing but monsters, so we can only really make one turn. I kind of want to get you on the field when I can, though, because you're going to be a real threat. I mean, again, if you know what this card does, if it gets destroyed by a spell card or like any card effect, it can come back the following turn and it destroys all monsters on the field. So it's the card's a monster for sure. I mean, you had no card in your thingo, but okay. We need my turn to hurry up so I can get him on the field. This is going to be my only safe point. He won't be able to kill it. If he destroys it by card effect, it just comes back on the field. Just keeps coming back. We need it on the field as soon as possible. Now there's nothing he can do. I mean, if he destroys it with a card, yeah, it comes back. Oh, wait, you need two. Wait, what does this do quickly? And when this card is activated, you can set one of them directly from your deck. If you normal summon or special summon Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, except during the you can target one of those monsters, special summon one Dark Magician. Yeah, you could be annoying. We're just going to attack while we can. There we go. It's good enough damage. Unfortunately, I don't have any spell cards in my hand. We do want to get Yubel on as soon as possible. If we can get Yubel on. Oh, there's a second. No, that's the last form. We're gonna get you on though. It's too risky not having him on. Too risky. Now if he destroys me, I just come back. I'm just a yo-yo. So you got one plan set up. Thing is, if we can get that card that summons back the 2000s, we can get Yubel, and then we just keep screwing around with the Phoenix. You know, Phoenix, your High King, Avatar. Is he gonna block it? They're gonna take the damage. Mean. My guy is struggling. He just can't seem to get a card on the field. Now I will say, if he gets Dark Magician on the field, there's not much he can do. I'm still stronger than it. But we do need Yubel on the field. I guess my guy's given up. And kudos to playing it all the way through to the end, but unlucky, my guy. Is he gonna finally do something? Now he is. What do you even do? Every Dark Magician in your monster zone is unaffected with the opponent's card effect. If this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control. You can only special summon Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard. I mean, okay. Man, it's pretty much over though. Okay, well, wasn't really a good showing of what this deck can do. My guy didn't put up a single fight. We'll get into one more match. I'll be back once we get it rolling. Alright, for a change of place, we are finally going second. We have the world's worst... actually, it's not the worst hand in the world. One thing I do want to point out, though... I'm depressed as hell. I had a really good game. I versed someone that had like a Pendulum Summon deck, and this card saved my ass. I did the world's... at least for me anyway, it's probably not the world's greatest, but for me, I did the world's greatest turnaround and won it. And OBS fucked up and didn't record it. I pressed it, it just didn't go off. It makes me sad. It really does. Little bit tilted off that, but it's fine. Fortunately, it doesn't work the way I would like it to. But we can get you on. And use you. So you want this. See, if a monster attacks at the end of the damage step, its controller gains 300 life points. All monsters must attack if able. During each end phase, destroy all face-up attack position monsters the turn players controls that did not declare an attack. Last time I did this, it killed my Yubel, even though my Yubel attacked. So I don't know. But now we're going to force him out of his comfort zone. I'm going to force him to attack me. Now, if he puts down any monsters, they have to attack or they get destroyed. So he's in a little bit of a pickle. I mean, we started off with a really good hand, might I add. We got stuck with a ridiculously stupid hand. And of course he could destroy it. He might, honestly. Who knows? Let's see if my guy does anything. Oh, we're both lagging. Both connections are freaking out. I hope this isn't a disconnect because I finally got a really good hand. I mean, the fact that I won last game, I mean, I know it didn't get recorded. I started off with the world's worst hand. I honestly thought it was just game over. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to play it out anyway. And Yeah. It worked out somehow. Poor guy really can't do anything. He's literally screwed. Unless he can find a way to destroy this, he's actually screwed. Because he has to attack me or his card's just going to get destroyed. If his card gets destroyed, I hit him. I hit his life points regardless. So it's technically a win-win, unless he gets summoned something that has more than 3,000, which I highly doubt he does. But hey, it wouldn't be the first time someone's pulled something out of their ass against me and ended up winning. So he might, she might, he might. I don't know if it's a he or a she, but yeah, who knows? We're about to find out what's going to happen. He's back to. Poor guy couldn't do anything. Actually couldn't. I feel sorry for him. I mean, it's my turn yet. I mean, it did say my turn, right? Oh, he has to get rid of a card. I mean, I get him in my hand every time and I can just never use him. Alright, well, that's that game over. I'm going to leave it at this one. Unfortunately, I didn't catch the one before this. I actually had 2 duels before that one as well. Unfortunately, one of them was a disconnect. This game has really bad online from what I understand. It's not as bad as what Rush Duel was, but it's still pretty bad. And then the other one was a forfeit. The guy pretty much had what this person did, just didn't have any cards, but just gave up. But anyway, hey look, we got to Silver 3. Unfortunately, we didn't get to showcase Yubel, who is the reason why we started this. But again, she's very hard to get to work, but I do hope this actually shows how effective the other cards are. I mean, they all synergize really well together. I mean, a lot of the people that I'll go up against are probably like the Japanese and all that place. They will all know what Yubel is. I don't think anyone's dumb enough to actually attack Yubel. But occasionally, that card that we had there, the Colosseum, if they it forces them to attack it. So if they don't want to attack Yubel, then I just destroy their card. I mean, it's a double-edged sword too. Obviously, it works for me if I don't attack. But yeah, it's pretty much the only way to force them to attack Yubel. Otherwise, none of them are going to be dumb enough to attack her. But that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I do hope you at least don't liked the deck that was. I know this was sort of a deck I used. Rush Duel. You've always used the Fire Kings or whatever they're called with Yubel. Even in Rush Duel, though, the decks in Rush Duel are a lot. So they're like 20 or something if I remember correctly. But yeah, it was never to this magnitude that you have like this big deck full of it. I actually really like this deck. It's fun. I'm definitely going to use it during story mode because it's going to save me a lot of hassle. But yeah, that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this Yubel deck. If you guys have any ideas for decks you want to see, leave a comment down below and I'll get around to it. I do also have I'm going to do a Blue Eyes deck eventually. I do have a Crystal Beast deck I want to do. I do have the Egyptian God card deck I want to do. That's going to take a little bit longer. I've only got one of them. I do have a lot of decks in mind, but if you guys have any like decks in mind you want to see me make, do let me know. Even if it's just a card you want me to build a deck around, do let me know as well. But that being said, I'll be back again on Wednesday. We'll be continuing back with the story mode with until I get the next deck done. Yeah, be there. We might do, as I said last Friday, I think it was, we might make it like once a week, maybe do like some ranked duels, just have like a rank series so we can try and get to the highest rank. I know we've only got a couple of days left till this rank ends, but you get what I mean. Maybe we can just have maybe one game or something, try out Yubel deck, probably maybe see if we can get some more Yubels. Oh, not some more, let's see if we can get Yubel on the deck first, on the field first. But anyway, that being said, I'll be back again on Wednesday. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to that notification bell, know when the videos go live, and I'll be back. So until then, take care and peace out.